Bethany's surprise return to Coronation Street in a new spoiler video leaves everyone stunned. Bethany was last seen back in February. At the time, she had endured a rough period following a liposuction procedure in Turkey. The surgery went badly wrong, leaving her fighting for her life. Bethany contracted sepsis during the operation and was left needing a permanent stoma bag. When the liposuction storyline was first revealed, Lucy explained how vital it was, as so many people have spoken out about their disastrous experiences with cosmetic surgery abroad, the actress said. "I really hope it makes viewers think twice before considering procedures overseas." Coming to terms with her stoma deeply affected Bethany's confidence, but in the middle of this struggle she reunited with Daniel Osborne, and the pair soon became engaged. Things grew complicated, however, as Daniel remained conflicted by his lingering emotions for his ex, Daisy Midgley. Daniel and Daisy ended up sleeping together, and Daisy later discovered she was expecting a child. There was a 50-50 chance that Daniel could be the baby's father, with Kit Green also being a possibility. Bethany was devastated when Daisy revealed the pregnancy news just as she had announced her wedding date with Daniel, leaving her humiliated. Heartbroken, Bethany called off her relationship with Daniel and decided to start over in London. This exit tied into actress Lucy Fallon's real-life maternity leave. Lucy has since welcomed her daughter, Nancy Margaret, a younger sibling for her son, Sonny Jude. She delighted fans with sweet photos of her newborn on Instagram in January, writing that she was in a bubble. In the latest preview clip, Officer Jess pays a visit to Kit, who is in an unusually cheerful mood. She tells him that she requires his help with questioning someone linked to a stolen car chase. When Jess and Kit walk in, the suspect sitting in the chair turns out to be none other than Bethany. Bethany then explains that she walked away from her job in London, took her boss's car without asking, and drove back to Weatherfield. This puts Kit in a tricky position. Since he happens to be dating Bethany's mom and he's bent the rules plenty of times before, will he once again push the boundaries to keep her out of court? And how will Daniel react to learning Bethany has returned so soon? Coronation Street fans suspect Ollie's secret identity amid Dee Dee Bailey's latest turmoil. Coronation Street viewers have been left buzzing with theories, convinced that mysterious newcomer Ollie isn't quite who he claims to be. The speculation has only grown stronger after a series of suspicious moments in the latest episodes. Fans were first introduced to Ollie back in August, when Dee Dee Bailey crossed paths with him at the Rover's return. Their interaction was warm and effortless, with an instant spark of chemistry, but Dee Dee was cautious. Her past still weighed heavily on her shoulders. After all, she had only recently endured the trauma of discovering that her partner, Joel Deering, was a manipulative serial groomer. The shocking end to that relationship left her pregnant and emotionally scarred, hardly the ideal foundation for diving into romance again. Despite her hesitations, Ollie reappeared in Weatherfield not long after, this time under professional circumstances. He turned up as one of Dee Dee's clients, and she successfully defended him against charges that could have landed him in trouble. The shared experience brought them closer, but Dee Dee wrestled with whether she should let her guard down. Eventually, her attraction won out, and the two were soon seen enjoying a date at the Rovers. However, fans of the ITV soap are far from convinced by Ollie's charm. During that date, Carla Connor and Lisa Swain's engagement celebrations took over the pub, and instead of keeping the focus on Dee Dee, Ollie was fixated on the couple. He seemed overly curious about who they were and what was happening. That strange interest immediately got viewers talking online, with many suspecting that Ollie's sudden appearance in Weatherfield was far from coincidental. Suspicion only deepened in the episode that aired on Friday, September 26th, when Dee Dee and Ollie met Adam Barlow and Alia Nazir for their first official double date at the bistro. Things started smoothly enough, but Ollie's reaction to the food soured the mood. When Toya Battersby came over to clear their plates, Ollie criticized the dish, claiming it was ruined by too much truffle oil. His bluntness came across as arrogant, and his tone left Toya taken aback. Alia attempted to smooth things over, but it was the casual mention of Toya's name that completely shifted Ollie's demeanor. His eyes lit up with curiosity, and he repeated her name, remarking, "That's an unusual name." The sudden change in attitude didn't go unnoticed. By the end of the meal, Dee Dee was unimpressed, calling him rude and obnoxious after seeing a side to him she hadn't before. Yet, the most telling moment came once the evening ended. As Dee Dee and her friends left the restaurant, Ollie deliberately hung back. He quickly took a phone call, lowering his voice and adopting a far more serious tone. Staring in Toya's direction, he muttered into the phone, "I'll find out what I can. Do a bit of digging." The cryptic call, paired with his suspicious interest in Toya and others, has left fans convinced Ollie is hiding a huge secret. Many now believe his connection to Weatherfield runs deeper than a chance romance with Dee Dee, and that his real identity could blow open another major storyline. Coronation Street's Glenda lands Jenny in hot water as romance plot takes a shocking turn. Jenny Connor just can't catch a break in Coronation Street when it comes to love. No matter what she does, her efforts to win over George Shuttleworth only seem to backfire, pushing him closer towards rival Christina Boyd. And next week, a major blunder from Glenda could make things even worse for her. In episodes airing on Friday, October 3rd, Glenda decides to intervene in her brother's love life. Convinced that Christina isn't the right woman for him, she draws up a list of Christina's pros and cons in a desperate attempt to prove her point. But the plan falls apart spectacularly when Christina stumbles across the list. One can only imagine that trying to scam Jenny out of her money is near the top of the cons column, and if Christina sees that in black and white, her reaction is bound to be explosive. And that's not the only scheme that goes wrong. Glenda also organizes a speed dating night at the Rovers, secretly rigging the event so that Jenny gets quality time with George before Christina swoops in. But just as Jenny's big moment arrives, she gets a phone call telling her that Rita Tanner has taken a fall. Jenny rushes off to help her, leaving Christina to gloat as her biggest rival is conveniently taken out of the running. Jenny, however, isn't ready to give up so easily. In a surprising twist, she plays her own game by exaggerating the seriousness of Rita's accident in order to win George's sympathy. But will George see this as a heartfelt plea, or will he feel betrayed when the truth comes out? A Corey insider teased, "It's clear just how deeply Jenny has fallen for George, but unfortunately George may soon be taken." Adding even more weight to the storyline is the news of Jenny's looming exit. Actress Sally Ann Matthews has confirmed she is leaving the soap after more than a decade in Weatherfield. Reflecting on her decision, she said, "I was supposed to stay for 5 months, but ended up doing an extra 10 years because I loved it so much. But now it's time to go and play the roles I always dreamed of when I'd grown up." With Jenny's final chapters already being written, the question remains, will she get her happy ending with George, or will Christina win the fight for his heart? Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.